Hi, Jonathan York from Bay Financial Partners, looking at the investment markets. It's going to be a pretty interesting time for US equities over the next sort of week or so. You've got the key data coming out on Saturday, New Zealand time with the non-farm payrolls. If that's another strong number, then indicated by the Fed at their last meeting, they would be looking to increase rates subject to data, and that would all point to a rate increase in the US before year end. Also, obviously got earnings coming out as well in the next sort of few weeks, and it'll be interesting to see how that sort of pans through. Certainly, US corporate balance sheets are really pretty strong at the moment, and you'd expect earnings to be really supportive for the market. Adding into the mix as well, obviously you've got the US presidential election, and Mr. Trump seems to be in all sorts of trouble at present after the first presidential debate really didn't go too well, and then just seemed to exacerbate things after that. And it's going to be interesting to see now if he can pull himself back in the polls. Oil still seems to be holding a reasonable bid after the latest agreement on output, sort of hovering just below that sort of $50 a barrel. But what's going to be interesting now to see if whether the US sort of shale producers, once it does sort of stay around those levels, where they just turn on the taps and just oversupply the market again, obviously forcing prices down. Reserve Bank in Australia left rates unchanged. No real surprise there. The Australian economy is really pushing on at a pretty reasonable rate, and it's just going to be interesting now to see whether they can keep rates at this current level, whether they have to cut further, or whether, as the most sort of now anticipate, that rates will just be on hold for a while, and then the next move would actually be up in Australian rates. Here in New Zealand, a few fixed interest offers out there in the marketplace. You've got Trustpower, you've got Z Energy with a 5-year bond and a 7-year bond. They got minimum rates on those bonds. On the 5-year, it's 3.95 and 4.2 on the 7-year. So if you're interested in those two issues, say call us on 0800 867 323 or go to the website www.bayfinancialpartners.co.nz. Also as well, I've got the Trustpower demerger and also the Port of Tauranga share split. Certainly it's going to be interesting on that Port of Tauranga. You know, it's been an extremely good business. Shares have nearly doubled in price over the last sort of 5 years. And it's just going to be interesting now once you see that share split sort of 1 for 5 and taking the share price down to around sort of $4. Going to be interesting to see what sort of demand sort of starts to come through. Most of the feeling is that that will attract sort of fresh buyers out there and put a little bit of upward pressure on the share price. Obviously, New Zealand investors still really looking for income out there, and there are sort of other options opposed to a sort of term deposits. Certainly term deposit rates are pretty low, and if you're interested in a discussion of those options, say call us on 0800 867 323 or go to the website www.bayfinancialpartners.co.nz.